Welcome to the weekend update for Liberty, Leadership, and Lies with Larry Linton. Always coming to you from the Goat Locker studio here in Sevierville, Tennessee. Well, the jury in the Rittenhouse case did not succumb to the pressure and coercion. They delivered the correct verdict. We'll talk about it more on Wednesday's episode about liberty. Locally, some of the taxpayers and concerned parents have arranged a meeting with members of the Sevier County Board of Education. At this meeting, they're going to discuss the fact that there is supplemental critical race theory curriculum available here in the county. I cannot wait to hear their reasoning or excuse for still having that material available, even though the General Assembly made it illegal in May of this year. Lots of state-level news, but just a couple of items for the weekend update. First, there's the fact that Tennessee taxpayers are now on the hook to a tune of $250,000 to cover legal fees for abortion providers. These providers sued the state over Governor Lee's Executive Order 25. Now it's just more wasting or surrendering of our sweat equity that is going to support organizations that kill the most innocent among us. Then there's the story coming out of Wilson County. It's just another example of one of the many failings of government schools. During the public comments portion of the school board meeting, parents came to the podium and read from sexually graphic material that is found in the district's middle and high school libraries. The material is so graphic that the microphone had to be muted to prevent the board from violating FCC rules because it was live streamed on various channels. Well, let me tell you this, if the material that the school board makes available to children is so graphic that FCC rules prevent it from being aired, you have a problem. Of course, after this and many events like it happening all across the country, members of the school board that are now exposed for willfully and negligently allowing the material in places of so-called education acknowledge that they have to do better. They will come out with platitudes and apologies telling us that they will do better because parents entrust us with their children. First of all, parents don't entrust them with anything. Parents are forced through compulsory attendance laws to send their children to government schools because the options are either government schools, private schools, or home schools. Compulsory education in the quote-unquote free system that really isn't free because we're coerced into supporting through taxes, or they have the private schools that a vast majority of parents cannot afford, all still while paying taxes that support government schools. Or finally, homeschooling their children, which many do not take advantage of because of the lies spread by media and government, and that still does not alleviate those parents of the burden of paying taxes to support the government schools. But like I said in the past, if you don't think this is happening in Tennessee, or even here in Sevier County, you would be mistaken. Well, news on the national front, it seems like the most popular president in history, remember 81 million votes, just 10 months into his installation, is already the most unpopular president in history. How does that happen, you wonder? Well, probably because he wasn't elected with 81 million votes in the first place. Poll numbers are dropping faster than the Hindenburg did, and in the same fiery manner. Election integrity is just one of the few items needed to restore our constitutional republic, so we do not end up with a poop show that this administration is ever again. Here in Tennessee, Representative Bruce Griffey has filed legislation in the General Assembly to do just that. Every state needs to do something similar, or the big lie that is the 2020 election will happen over and over. Also, old Dr. Fauci is in the news again. Thank goodness it wasn't for killing beagles this time either. Nope, but he is out there pushing for booster shots for the recently redefined vaccine. In a local news outlet, Fauci has warned that more fully vaccinated people are being hospitalized with COVID-19 as vaccine immunity has waned. First, that combination of words, vaccine immunity, does not fit the CDC's new definition of vaccine because our government changed the definition of vaccine to fit their narrative. Remember, our government hates us. Setting that aside, how is vaccine immunity waning for a vaccine that is only a year old? Well, because it isn't very effective in the first place, unlike natural immunity, which the CDC recently admitted they are not even tracking. I wonder why. Until next week, this has been the weekend update of Liberty, Leadership, and Lies with Larry Linton. I pray you all have a wonderful weekend. Stand in the arena with me. Reveille, it's time to wake up.